Barrow said. The guild master finally reaches the guild hall. The guild hall was as massive as a castle. Made from carved marble, stone and steel, the guild hall housed over 25 sub-factions and guilds. After stepping inside the guild hall, all of the members stood at attentions as they showed respect to the guild master. Yuska showing the guild to the guest. "Now my dear, welcome to the Crimson Legion Guild. You are welcome to join the guild, madam." Amaelin said. Amaelin looked around at the hall, her eyes widening in awe and shock as she walked and looked around at one. Ember found a nice little spot to lay down, so she did just that. Amaya looked over at her companion before looking back at the guild master. "Apologies, but I'm unsure of what this is." "A guild? What is it? And what would I need to do? You did kind of pluck me and my companion out of the woods." "Het." Barrow said. The guild master smiles as he starts to explain what the guild is. Yes, so basically the guild is a place where people can seek work for coin. You can also meet new people and make new friends. Amaelin said. She nodded her head in understanding now. She rubbed the back of her neck a bit and sighed softly. "Guess I may need to make myself some clothes since everything is back at the village." Barrow said. The guild master snaps his fingers as several maids and servants appear as they take measurements and get to work on the new clothes for the elven fairy. "No worries, that is handled easily." Amaelin said. Her brows scrunched up and her measurements were taken and she raised an eyebrow. "Thank you." She brushed her skirt off a bit and she sighed softly, using a ribbon from her skirt to tie up her curly hair. "I'm assuming I can cook, right?" Barrow said. The guild master nods as he shows her to the kitchen. The kitchen itself was massive as there were cooking stoves lined up against the walls. Next to the stoves were dishwashing stations where the cooking utensils could be cleaned after use. The guild master smiles down at the elven women as he then shows her to the guild registration desk. "Here is where you register with the guild to become a member." "Hide Void," Slayer said. "Busy as always, I see," Void said as he appeared beside Yuska as he looked at the man with his normal expression on his face, which was a normal blank one, his white eyes looking at the guild master. "Hello, Yuska, I just came to visit for a short time." Amaelin said. When the elven fairy entered the kitchen, she wasted no time to grab some ingredients to start cooking a meal. Ember trailed behind before settling in a corner while her companion cooked. She looked up and was met with a pair of white eyes. This was the male in the forest. She smiled politely at him, nodding her head in acknowledgement. Barrow said. The guild master nods as he turns to Void as he addresses them and the elven fairy. "I see. No worries, this is Void. He assists and visits from time to time. He is normally harmless for the most part." The guild master watches the elven fairy prepare the meals. The guild master was impressed as he thought about giving the elven fairy woman a job as the guild's new head cook. "Hide Void," Slayer said. Void simply turned to the woman, looking at her with a blank expression on his face, his white eyes looking at her as he held his staff, his stoic personality easily seen as he nodded his head silently in greetings as he turned to the guild master. "I came to tell you I found an area to create a place of my own, along with visiting you and your mortal guild members." He stated this, his voice being deep yet held a certain strong grit to his tone. Amaelin said. She continued cooking, not necessarily paying attention to anything as the smell of food filled the area. Tossing up in the air to her wolf was a big chunk of meat, remembering it was a bit since her companion ate. Ember was happy as she ate. "Pleasure to meet you, Void. I'm Amaya. Azrael." The one who knocks said. A hand would come through a small hole appearing in the air and snatch some of the food she was cooking before disappear as fast as it had appeared. Hide Void, Slayer said. Void nodded his head. Yes, it's interesting to meet you as well, he said, simply looking at her as he didn't understand emotions of mortals, or just emotions regardless. The mortal members of this group are active as always, I see, Void stated blankly as he watches someone stealing food, rolling his eyes at the childish behavior. Azrael, the one who knocks, said. Oh, I am not mortal, I say from the outside the kitchen, my mouth full of food. Barrow said, flicks his hand as magic swirled around Azrael as he was dropped inside of the guild's kitchen. Staring at him, the guild master held a stern glare. I already told you, Azrael, if you want food from the guild you have to earn it. Hide Void, Slayer said. Void shrugged his shoulders, ignoring this. You're immortal as you are not a god, Void stated bluntly. Does this one always behave like such a child, he said, stating unsure of the reaction and the emotions behind it. Okay then, he said, shrugging his shoulders.